Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Sports Talk with Austin, your daily dose of sports and entertainment. In today's video, I will be previewing and breaking down some college basketball previews. So I'm going over this week's game, selected games, and over the weekend's games. So let's get right into it, shall we? As I will now be breaking down and previewing and giving my thoughts on Mississippi State at number 8 Kentucky at Rupp Arena on Wednesday night and giving my thoughts and my opinion on this game. So let's get right into it, shall we? And it's Mississippi State at number 8 Kentucky will be Wednesday night on ESPN. Wednesday night. Wednesday night. So Kentucky is the number 8 team in the country coming into this game, one of the highest scoring offenses in all of college basketball. And many people may argue this is the most talented team that John Calipari has ever had, especially with scorers like Brashaw, Reed Shepherd, and those guys, and Cason Wallace deciding to come back and no, excuse me, Antonio Reeves deciding to come back and play another year under Coach Cal. Kentucky could be a team that we could see making a deep run in March, and they have some very key wins that we cannot gloss over. They beat the number 4 team in the country, North Carolina, in the Vegas Classic. Classic. That's a big win for Kentucky. Mississippi State, they upsetted Tennessee a couple weeks ago. So both these teams have key wins under their belts. And a lot of people think that Kentucky may be the best team in the SEC, which it's hard to argue with that the way they played and the way they've dominated some teams, but they've also got that terrible loss to UNC Wilmington as well. So there is that on their resume. State, on the other hand, has been a team of surprisings last year. Surprising, so to speak. Last year, this team went to the first four and lost to Pittsburgh in a tight game, but they brought everybody back, and now here they are, and they already upset number 6 Tennessee a couple weeks ago. A big surprise to all college basketball fans, but can they do it again? Let's break it down. Now, Kentucky, their 3 keys to winning this game is do what they always do: shoot the three at a high level, get out in transition, pick up the pace, and just don't get down early. Because if Kentucky can get out in transition, they run after made baskets, and they do that a lot. And that's what makes this team so dangerous. As soon as you make a basket, you got to sprint back to the other side, or else they're going to score on you. The Mississippi State's got to get their transition defense going. They got to get into shooter spaces, stop the 3-pointer, and they've also got to score and attack the rim and get the players in foul trouble as well. And those are important keys for both teams. Stop the transition. If you're Mississippi State, if you're Kentucky, play in transition. Play your brand of basketball. Mississippi State has got to slow this down, especially with it being in Rupp. And Mississippi State has got to make shots. And they got to force Kentucky off the line and force Kentucky to take contested twos and don't foul jump shooters. But those are some of the biggest keys, I think, for both teams, in my opinion. This is that Rupp Arena. This is going to be a rocking environment. It's a night game. I think Kentucky at home has been one of the better teams in college basketball. They've shown it all year long, and they keep scoring at a high clip where it seems like no one can, step up in their face. But we'll say this: Kentucky is coming off that heartbreaking loss to Texas A&M, but they bounced back to Missouri. So Kentucky at home did bounce back to Missouri, but did lose at home to Texas A&M. They lost to Texas A&M. So it should be very interesting, but Kentucky is one of the better teams at home. Mississippi State is a team that has been known to pull off upsets, but they did beat Tennessee at home, which helped them a lot. And Tennessee is not a very good road team. Now Mississippi State's going to take this task to Rupp Arena, and I think it's just going to be too much for them. I think Kentucky, they want to avenge that Texas A&M loss from a couple weeks back. I got Kentucky, number 8 Kentucky, defeating Mississippi State 89-78. I think there'll be a lot of points scored, and I think Kentucky gets the job done. And I think Antonio Reeves, Reed Shepherd, and those guys in the Bluegrass State at Kentucky get this job done. 89-78, Kentucky wins. But for more great content here at Sports Talk with Austin, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notifications down below. Let me know what you all think on this game and who you think will win this game. But until then, this has been Sports Talk with Austin. I'm out this thing, man. Peace and go Cards.